Welcome to Money Script. Today we're breaking down the richest man in Babylon, the timeless money blueprint. One rule, pay yourself first. Keep 10% of everything you earn and make it grow. Wealth isn't luck, it's discipline. Let's build yours.
You might think the most powerful secrets to building wealth were cooked up on Wall Street, right? But what if I told you they were actually figured out thousands of years ago in an ancient, legendary city? Today, we're dusting off the clay tablets of Babylon to uncover financial wisdom that's as true now as it was back then.
So let's start with a really powerful idea from the book's foreword. This isn't just about getting rich for the sake of it. The argument here is that a healthy society is built on the foundation of personal financial health. Your ability to build wealth actually matters to everyone.
All right, so to really get this, our story doesn't start with some king or a high-powered financier. Nope, it begins with a regular guy, a craftsman, facing a problem that's going to sound incredibly familiar. So meet Bansir. This guy is a master at what he does. He builds the best chariots in all of Babylon. He's skilled, he works hard, and he lives in a city that is literally overflowing with gold. And yet, he's completely broke. Sound familiar? It's that classic trap of working your tail off, but feeling like you have nothing to show for it.
And that's Bansir just letting it all out to his best friend, Kobe the musician, who's in the exact same spot. Can you imagine? They're surrounded by this incredible wealth, they're helping create it with their own hands, but their pockets are empty. And that frustration, that's what gets this whole story moving. So, why Babylon? Why is the story set here? Well, it's because the city itself is the ultimate proof that building wealth isn't about luck or finding a gold mine. It's about having a system.
I mean, just the name Babylon makes you think of incredible riches and splendor, right? And for a long time, it really was the wealthiest city in the ancient world. But how it got that way? Well, that's the really fascinating part.
And this is the secret. Look at this. Babylon had no forest for lumber, no mines for ore, not even a good natural trade route. Its staggering wealth wasn't found, it was built. It was this incredible monument to what people can achieve when they use their ingenuity to make the most of what they've got. In this case, just some good soil and river water. And this brain power wasn't just for building canals. The Babylonians were pioneers in pretty much everything. We're talking the first engineers, the first astronomers, and, this is the big one for us, the first financiers. They basically invented the tools of finance that we still use today. But that spirit of innovation wasn't just for the elites. Let's go back to our guys on the street, Bansir and Kobe. They're fed up with their empty wallets, and they're about to make a decision that will change their lives forever. You know, instead of just sitting around complaining, they decide to do something. They have this realization that there must be a secret to getting rich, some knowledge they just don't have. So they decide to go find it, and they go straight to the top, to Arkad, the wealthiest man in the entire city. This quote, this is their huge aha moment. It dawns on them. Bansir became an expert chariot builder because he poured all his energy into it. Kobe became a great musician because he practiced constantly. But they never, not once, actually put any real effort into learning how to become wealthy. It was never their goal. So they go to Arkad, probably expecting some super complicated secret formula, but what he gives them is a simple story. A story from his own youth, back when he was just a poor scribe trying to make ends meet. That's right, the richest man in Babylon wasn't born into it. He started out with nothing, just like them. He was working long, hard hours, carving records onto clay tablets for barely any money. So what was it? What was the secret that took him from there to where he is now? Well, it all started with a bargain. A young Arkad saw his chance. A rich moneylender named Algamish needed a huge job done, like overnight. So Arkad makes him an offer. I'll work all night long and finish your tablet, but in exchange, you have to teach me how to get rich. And this is what Algamish told him. This is probably the single most important sentence in the entire book. Just listen to how simple it is. A part of all I earned was mine to keep. It sounds almost too obvious, doesn't it? So, okay, how much is a part? Algamish gave Arkad a clear, simple number to start with, at least 1/10. That's it. For every 10 coins that came into his purse, he had to keep at least one. This is the principle we now call pay yourself first. And it's a revolutionary shift in thinking. See, most of us get paid, we pay our bills, we buy our groceries, and then we hope there's something left over to save. This flips that completely on its head. It says before you pay anyone else a single dime, You take your cut. You pay your future self first.
But hold on, it's not enough to just take that 1/10 and hide it under your mattress. That's just the beginning. The real power, the real magic, comes from what you do with it next.
Algamish explains it with this really cool metaphor of an army of golden slaves. It's just a fantastic ancient way of describing compound interest. Every coin you save isn't supposed to be lazy, it's supposed to be a worker for you. And every little bit it earns is its child, which can then go out and earn more for you. So the whole system is like growing a tree of wealth. Step 1, you save the seed. That's your 1/10. Step 2, you plant that seed by investing it so it can actually grow. And then step 3, and this part is crucial, you replant the harvest. You don't eat your profits. You put them back to work, making your army of golden slaves even bigger. Now, of course, Arkad didn't get this right on his first try. He made 2 classic rookie mistakes. First, he gave all his savings to a brickmaker who promised to buy rare jewels. A brickmaker. The guy knew nothing about jewels, and of course, Arkad lost everything. Lesson 1, get advice from people who actually know what they're talking about. Then, after he finally made a profit, he spent it all on a huge feast. He ate the children of his savings, instead of putting them back to work.
So we've traveled thousands of years into the past, from a chariot builder's problem to a scribe's solution. But what does any of this ancient stuff have to do with our modern world of crypto and digital wallets?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Because while the technology has obviously changed, the fundamental laws of money have not. The proud walls of Babylon may be dust, but human nature and the simple math behind building a fortune are exactly the same.
These laws are as solid today as the day they were first scratched onto a wet clay tablet. Pay yourself first. Make your money work for you. Seek out wise counsel. The wisdom is here, it's simple, and it's been proven for millennia. So the only real question left is, what are you going to do with it?